Guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to do GCSE English Language Paper 2 overview. So if we have a quick look at the schedule, we're on this date today where we've done the Paper 1 revision walkthrough video in the playlist, and now we're doing English Language Paper 2 overview. So let's have a look at what's in Paper 2. Paper 2 is 1 hour 45 minutes in total, it's 5 questions and it's worth 80 marks. Question 1 to question 4 are worth 40 marks, and this is the reading section, where the main skills we focus on are retrieval, summary, language and comparison. Question 5 is 40 marks, and this is your writing section, where we look at the viewpoint. So we have to write something like an article, letter or speech. Time split I'd recommend is question 1 to question 4 is for 1 hour spent in time, and question 5 is 45 minutes. The best tip is that question 5 alone is worth 25% of the paper, so you have to plan, write and proofread your answer for this question. Let's have a look at paper 2 question 1 then. Question 1 is worth 4 marks, so I'd recommend spending about 5 minutes. The main skill for this question is retrieval, so you have to identify true statements or key details for this question from source A only. You have to focus on facts, not opinions, and you don't have to put any quotes or analysis for this question. The best tip is to read your answer carefully, as the answers are directly in the text for this question. Paper 2 question 2 is worth 8 marks, and you have to spend about 10 to 12 minutes on this question. You have to look at similarities or differences between the two texts and use your own words and focus on key points only. So you are directly picking out the key concepts from each source and comparing or contrasting them using the quotes. You don't include unnecessary detail, and again you compare the content, ideas or information in both texts. Paper 2 question 3 is 12 marks, and I'd recommend spending about 15 minutes on this question. You have to look at language in this question, so you have to analyse the writer's language choices in one source. You have to identify language techniques such as similes, metaphors and emotive language, and explain the effect on the reader. You have to use short quotations as evidence and look at the effect, and you have to focus on key words, phrases and sentences. This question is the same as paper 1 question 2 language analysis question. Right, paper 2 question 4 is worth 16 marks, and you have to spend about 20 minutes here. This is a comparison question where you compare the writer's viewpoints and methods across both texts. You have to focus on key ideas, tones and methods and use evidence from both texts. For this question, you have to analyse how and why writers present their views, and you have to write in your own words and include brief quotes for support in your answer. Paper 2 question 5 is worth 40 marks, and you have to spend about 45 minutes on this question. This is the writing section where you have to look at a viewpoint, for example in an article, letter or speech. You have to plan this answer for about 5 or 10 minutes and look at the audience, purpose, structure and tone. You have to write for about 30 minutes where you develop a clear argument, developed points, engaging opening and conclusions, and then you proofread your answer where you spend 5 or 10 minutes to check your spelling, punctuation and grammar. You have to also use persuasive techniques in this answer, so you can use stuff like rhetorical questions, repetition and emotive language to ensure you're getting the top marks for this answer. If you have any questions before we start practicing, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll answer them for you guys. Let's have a go at practicing question 1 then. So here I've provided an extract and question 1 for one of the papers. I want you to pause the video and have a go at answering it yourself. When you're ready to check your answers, press play so we can go through it together. Right, let's go through it together. So the first part that was correct is that lots of people tried to get into medical school. That can be shown through the pink quote here where it says medical schools are oversubscribed tenfold. The next one that's correct is that Adam Kay's musical qualifications helped to get him a place at medical school. This can be shown where it says my distinctions in grade 8 piano and saxophone alongside some half-hearted theatre reviews for the school magazine qualified me perfectly for life on the hospital wards. Next one is that Adam Kay was excited by the thought of becoming a doctor, which can be shown through the quote, the buzz of knowing I was going to become a doctor one day. And last one is the time that it took for Adam Kay to become a doctor went slowly, which can be shown through the quote, those 6 long years. Make sure if you have any questions to put them down in the comments so I can answer them, and make sure you check the other videos in the playlist for your revision.